Good morning, everyone. Today, my video is on source procedures. Last time, in my video on DBS 311 group work, I talked about my assignments in which we had an ERD, that's another story, and I made up SQL entries, and then we did 6 tables, actually 7, and then we had to focus on 3 of the tables, namely financial. What else? Section. Section is empty again for some reason. I think maybe we did some mistake here. But anyway, we had another table called course, I believe. Course is here. So I also talked about 15 stored procedures. They are actually here. So I'm still not gonna test one by one, but I'm gonna at least try a few of them. So for example, display all courses. I have the DBS output here, so it's open for any queries. So I click run. There's no parameter. So here it says the block is gonna be begin SP course display all. Doesn't matter the rollback keyword is commented out, and I click OK. That's gonna do it. That's what we have. That's what we have here. So we also adjusted the output so we can see the output here is nicely lined, even though I don't know why. Maybe my guys added a bunch of spaces, but that's totally fine, right? In this table, we can also look at the statements and so on. It's a whole bunch of things here. For output variables, we are gonna see in the next function. Insert by ID, there's another thing. I don't need to do it for now because I'm just displaying. I'm just doing display all and read. So the next one is gonna be read function. So we have this, and then here you need to input something. So because we have the other parameters for display, they are out, so you're not gonna. So input is from your keyboard or mouse, doesn't matter. Output, you don't type the output. The output goes by itself. So you're gonna just type input value, and we set the input values as anything in this case, in the course table we have the course ID. I already had the course ID for you just now, so I'm gonna just type whatever we have. So 144, and then click OK. So here it says it's successful, and in output variables, we are gonna see something here. This is too big. Okay, now it's good. So it doesn't matter now. I can read it from here. Value C language. That's kind of difficult to handle here. Value is 3. Value is PID 66060. Error code is 1. That is because in our design, if it's successful, the error code is going to be 1. So number 1 means true, basically. False is 0. But if there's exception, then the error code is going to be -1. So if we go back to the original code, see, we have this line that is the same basically. So I don't need to repeat the other codes for here. And then we have another table, which is financial. I'm gonna do something else here. Let me see if there's a way to. I already have DBS output, so okay. So for display all, there's no inputs. So we have instant results here. Maybe I can just close this. Okay, so here we see financial ID. We have 21 entries, I believe. Different. Just like last time, the balance is supposed to be a double. It's a double, it's not an integer. But on our C++, we did a mistake, I think. So we didn't have doubles here. So here are the real values. If we check back, then you're gonna see the same thing, right? So say this one, RBC, this figure, it's all good. Process exited. And for output values, there's no output values, so we're just gonna look at the log. And then another one is, I think it's this one, financial select. So it's very similar as the cost table, and we are gonna run this. And then this time I'm gonna insert something else. Could be, let's see. How about another one? 8, 16. So I see the input ID here. The others are output params. Click OK. And then we are gonna see the output values here. So the balance is how much? I don't even remember what I put in just now. I think it's this line. So let's see. TD Bank. So we again, as you see, we didn't set the doubles, so that's why it's integer here. It's rounded down, and unlike in some other cases before. So this one is gonna round up by 1, round up. This one maybe not. This one is gonna be rounded down, just like our entry here. 39 cents gone. So, and the next table is gonna be section, display all. So no input, and then we are just gonna read the whole thing here. Where's that? I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't work here. Let's check that. I'm not gonna have time for debugging. So apparently it doesn't work. I'm so sorry about this. Okay, another function, read. So for section, we have section ID. Let's see. I'm checking up on my Visual Studio section. Where's section? That's at the back of it. Okay, I have this ID. The only input param is gonna be section ID. Okay, let's try this one. a whole bunch of code here. Output variables. So I think we had an error here, -1. Nothing is so showing. The conclusion is our so-called group work. I'm exposing myself, my mistake here. That is, we have 3 tables, and financial worked. Cost, that doesn't work on C++. It works here. And next section, for some reason, it just doesn't work here. Error code and -1. Meow, meow. So what else? I'm just gonna stop here, and then the next section is gonna be on previous labs where I also did stored procedures.